so I'll tell you. So it's live. So what's up, motherfuckers? This is Mark from Destiny, and Dan and Rico are here with me again. It's so weird that you guys' channel is called the Two Dudes. Like I use the word dudes all the time, so it's kind of natural to say two. First of all, how the fuck did that come about?
Oh man, so we were goofing around with our old video editor, right? And he was just like, "Man, you guys are some two dudes just doing stupid stuff." I was like, "Yo, that's two dudes." That's it. That's what we stuck with.
Just stuck with it, man.
That's so crazy. So all right, so Moroccan Daddy is here. What's up, Moroccan Daddy? What's up? Do you guys have the video open, guys?
Nah, you didn't. Yeah, you ain't send the link.
No, I did. It's in. Look in Sky. Ah, fuck. I think I sent it. Hold on. My bad. Let me send you guys. So, guys, if you're new to the channel and you don't know Dan and Rico, yeah, I did send it. Check Skype. I sent it before. I'll send it again. And you don't know Dan and Rico. Dan and Rico have a YouTube channel. What's up, New Houston? What's up, Young Hustlers? Young Hustlers is actually in my house. He's like,
literally in the house.
What's up, Ala? What's up, Loco for crypto? So, motherfuckers, this is Dan and Rico, the Amazon dropshipping guys. They do dropshipping on Amazon. They're like Amazon way, the way that Amazon wants you motherfuckers to do it. So they have a YouTube channel called The Two Dudes. The link is in the description. Check that shit out. But yeah, so they have a course teaching people how to dropship on Amazon and then eventually get into Amazon FBA. And like we've done a discount. It's not retail arbitrage dropshipping, no King Snow. It's like dropshipping. And they have a course. They had a ton of people in the course. They do one-on-ones and help these, not just one-on-ones, but answer a lot of questions. So I figure I would have them on and just kind of go through like what are the biggest challenges with starting with both Amazon dropshipping and FBA, and what type of feedback you're getting from you guys students. But before we get, I guess we could give it a couple minutes, answer some basic questions, and then we could talk about our shit and answer more questions. So there are 37 motherfuckers watching the shit and 7 likes, and one of them is me. So it's 6 fucking likes. So you motherfuckers, be nice and like my shit. So they ask what software you use to dropship.
Yo, African dropshipper, we do not use any software to list because we're not doing retail arbitrage.
Yeah.
Right, you do research, right?
Yep.
So the research, what is it again? AMZ Scout Pro?
Yeah, we use AMZ Scout Pro. We actually just got contacted by a different company to check out their products and see how we like their research software. So, you know, we'll be doing that in the future. You know, we have we should be getting that next week actually. And we'll be doing a review on it, how we like it.
Okay, so guys, AMZ Scout Pro, there's a link in the description. Go check that out. The guys will be doing a review on a new piece of software. What the fuck else did he say? How do you going to control all the losses without soft listings?
Yeah, listings.
We don't do our retail arbitrage, so you don't have to worry about it the same way you would as if you were looking to get your products from like, you know, Walmart or Target or any of that. Like we don't do retail arbitrage.
So African dropshipping, this is a lot different than the way that, so King Snow, our software is coming out when Matt and all these guys come down here. So all these guys, Rico, Dan, Matt, Tom, fucking, hopefully Becky would come. All these guys are coming to Nicaragua on the 19th of October. So the software will be out by then. But African dropshipping, this is not the same dropshipping that you guys see me do. I have some videos on the way I've been dropshipping on Amazon that I learned from Matt. That's not the same. They're not listing thousands and thousands of products from fucking big up Khalid to the Destiny Inner Circle. They're not drop shipping thousands and thousands of products like we are doing. They're drop shipping a specific group of products that they're eventually going to do into FBA and grow big businesses, do the whole fucking, what do you call it? Like, fuck, I'm tired.
We do Amazon drop shipping, but it's considered private label drop shipping. We don't drop ship from major retailers, African drop shippers. So we'll have a bunch of listings, but it's all done with the the listing variation wizard if you're doing variations or just listing by hand.
Yeah, so it's very different, guys. So the difference that I see between the two. So when you do Amazon dropshipping, retail arbitrage, you break in Amazon terms of service, but you're trying to grab as much money as possible, as quick as possible, right? The reason why I was so excited, and I'm still excited about what these guys are doing, is because dropshipping on eBay, the way I do it, like how I dropship on Amazon, is retail arbitrage. So you can make a lot of money really quickly, but you're not building, and it could be relatively long-term, right? Like I've been dropshipping on eBay for 6 years, but the way these guys are dropship, you could build really big businesses and you could also sell these brands.
Yes.
So you're talking about building a brand, owning a niche, and growing in that specific brand. It's a lot different than the dropshipping that like you guys who have followed me for a long time that I do. And that's why I'm excited to introduce these guys to my audience, because it's a completely different way of dropshipping. And there's like one, there's a big longevity, and two, Amazon is taking over the fucking world, and I want to jump on that fucking train. What's that Jeff Bezos train? That motherfucker on steroids. Have you seen pictures of him recently?
Dude, he's big, man. He's jacked.
That nigga's on. He had to be on human growth. He's getting the best steroids in the world. And HGH.
Rich as hell.
I mean, I have a close billionaire friend. I wouldn't call him out because he watched some of my videos. That he's close to 60 and he's jacked as hell too. But I know that motherfucker is on HGH and testosterone.
Yeah, he's on that Sylvester Stallone stuff.
I mean, listen. I don't want any more kids. And when I cross 40, I've done roids before. I'm gonna be back on that bitch. I'm gonna be fucking jacked up 50 and have abs and shit. Veins in my arms. I look like Rico when I'm 50.
Yeah, if you'd be so lucky.
So, dude, steroids is legal in Nicaragua. I could go in the pharmacy and buy some shots of testosterone and come home and stick that bitch in my legs. I'm good.
Nicaragua has everything.
Dude, okay, look at this shit. You see this broken arm?
Yeah.
I was on roids at the time. I was 6 months in. I usually cycle off every 3 months. This is a few years ago, like 5 years ago. I went from bench pressing 235 to like 505 in 6 months. And then I broke my arm wrestling.
Arm wrestling? Oh my God.
All right, guys. So we have enough people. So there are 47 motherfuckers like this shit. We're going to get into the content right now. What's up, Khaled? What's up, Kevin? What's up, African Dropshipper? So, guys, you guys have a number of people in your group. What is the biggest? What is one? I want to get into Amazon FBA after, but what are one of the biggest challenges that you are seeing people are having?
All right. So the biggest challenge by far is product research. So since you're not doing retail arbitrage, you have to basically pick your niche and find your products. Now, you can either have a general store and pick products and just kind of test and see what happens, and then open a second store and get into a niche of the products that are selling, or you can go right for it and pick a niche right off the bat. And that's what we recommend, because you're going to need to know how to do product research for that particular niche. Period.
Right, and when you're doing product research, right, what are you looking? Check out the dislikes. Mark, check out the dislikes on your video. Yeah, I know some older videos, some cunt bought like 100 dislikes, and then YouTube took off like 50 of them. Yeah. I post so many. So let me just tell you guys, it costs like $3 for 100 dislikes, and I post videos like a motherfucker. So you guys can spend all the money you want buying dislikes. So on the research side, right? What are you looking for? Are you looking for products with a certain amount of volume and little competition? What are some of the things you're looking for when you're doing product research?
All right. So it depends on the niche. Now, everyone who knows us, they know we love toys and games. We love our geek niche, right? So in the geek niche, we're looking for things that people are really, really passionate about. We're not necessarily
geek? You said geek niche.
Geek, yeah, so like cartoons, comic books, action figures, that type of stuff. And people are super, super passionate about these particular products, right? So We don't necessarily look for products that have, you know, less than 100 reviews. We look for products that are going to be moving. We look for products that people are constantly buying. So the product research tool that we use will give you like a sales velocity. It'll give you trends. So you can see over time, month over month, how those products are doing. You know, so let's say school starts back up. We're like, all right, well, we know kids are going to be buying backpacks around then. So let's find something that pertains to kids, you know, in backpacks and school supplies during that time that fits in the geek niche. All right, we know it's colder. So, you know, people, at least in the Northeast, are going to, you know, want, you know, long sleeves. They're going to want jackets, you know, beanies, stuff like that. So let's find things that, you know, pertain to, you know, to the geek niche, but, you know, can fulfill that need.
And okay, so Kevin, that's an interesting question. So these guys will get to it in a second, but I wanted to ask you. Fuck! I almost forgot this ADHD shit. So let me keep focused. So when you guys are talking about the geek niche, right? You like, in my mind, I think Pokemon or some shit. But so you have no problem with copyright or trademarks or anything getting into that. How do you deal with that stuff? Or is it that certain ones you can't, like, I'm asking, like,
okay, we'll give you a funny story here, and this is kind of opening us up here. We don't normally talk about this. So one of our first experiments when we got on Amazon some while back is when Fortnite came out, and we decided to get on the Fortnite train. Fortnite was brand new at the time. Obviously, you know, they're owned by Epic Games. So we listed a couple shirts that we found. Fortnite shirts, very generic Fortnite shirts, and we sold them for about, I don't know, maybe a month. Didn't sell too many of them, maybe like 10, 15 of them. And we got a cease and desist letter from Amazon from Epic Games, and they came after. Well, they didn't come after us, but they essentially said, "Look, take down the stuff, or you can, you know, you can face potential lawsuits." So of course we took it down. We contacted the lawyer. We said, "Look, we're done. We're sorry. We didn't mean to do that. We didn't reach out for express permission." And that's a lesson to learn for everybody out there that wants to list something that is protected by copyrights. It is up to the copyright owner to pursue potential negligence. So there's a lot of companies, you know, umbrella companies, parent companies that list these products or sell out the rights to these products, and most of the time they'll require you to be, you know, putting out a lot, you know, like have your own warehouse, pushing this out, has to be authorized. What we usually recommend is if you plan on selling something that is protected by copyright, and that could be literally anything, if you haven't come up with it yourself, or it is an original idea or covered under the Fair Use Act, reach out to the copyright holder, ask for express permission. If they tell you that it's okay to sell, have fun. If they tell you that you cannot do it under any circumstance, but you see other people selling it, it's your choice if you want to do it. And if they, you know, if you know, that's really what it boils down to. So just, you know, tread carefully. It is something that happens frequently if you're in violation of intellectual property, copyrights, or trademarks. So be careful.
I wish Epic Games would fucking sue my ass. I'll put that bitch on YouTube. Like, I'm a whole different animal. Like, I'm like, yeah, let's go, bitches. Like, I got famous off the shit. Y'all can try to take my shit in Nicaragua.
Yeah,
dude, it's a scary thing when you get those cease and desist letters, because you're like, oh crap, looks like I'm going to prison. But, you know, it's a common thing that happens. A lot of people will violate copyright, trademarks, you know, stuff like that.
And how do you deal with that in a group? Have you had anyone try to make products around? Because I don't want the guys watching this. So 39 of you motherfuckers watching my video, like my shit, please. Less than half of you motherfuckers like my shit. So you gotta like my shit or stop fucking watching. So either get the fuck off the video or like it, because clearly you're here for a reason. Anyway, so have you had anyone of your students so far try to build a product around a copyright? And what?
Yeah, actually. So we have quite a few students selling. So there's also another story with, you know, with copywriting that Dan went and handled for us or whatever. But our students are, you know, selling around these, you know, copyrighted, you know, items, and they're doing really, really well. It's like Dan said, it's up to the copywriter to enforce that. And more often than not, they don't give a damn. They don't care, because you're small time.
And then do you guys always do, I'm guessing you don't always do copyrighted stuff, because some of this stuff, I'm just asking. So this is the thing. I've gone through the course. I'm doing it over again. So a lot of the questions I'm asking you is just stuff that I know people watching the fucking video would ask, right? So Yeah, Kevin, you definitely be careful. Like the shit because you'll get herpes. Because you watch a lot of my fucking videos. I mean, I love you, dude. Like you watch a lot of my videos. I don't want you to get herpes. So just like it. Yeah. So, okay, you could fuck with the copyright shit or not fuck with it. But is that the only strategy that you guys cover?
No, we cover all manners of stuff. So, copyright products are just a small subset of what you can do. Now they sell really well. So that's kind of what we recommend.
You can cheat just to get some money real quick.
Yeah. So it's like, jump on it. It can help you get some capital. You guys will be good to go. But the real magic happens when you start finding those products outside of that arena where, you may be the only seller or, the competition's low and you can provide value. And that's when those sales start really ramping up. So, you'll have people who are selling, on other platforms, they might do a few $100s a month, but guys who are selling on Amazon that follow these tips, next thing you know, they're doing $2,000-3,000 their first month.
Right. Right. Kevin, Kevin just said he already has herpes. I'm sorry, please do not apply to Grind Camp. Or always use rubbers. So you said something. You said that you look for items that don't have competition or have limited competition, right?
So it depends.
No, but what does that mean? What does no competition mean?
All right, so it means that, well, for us, it's low prime competition. So Amazon prioritizes prime listings.
Right.
They'll say, hey, we're going to give all this traffic to people that are doing 2-day shipping. So there are tons of products out there where the majority of the items, the majority of the sellers are either A, fulfilled by merchant, or B, drop shipping. And you don't have to worry about competition in that niche in particular because everyone has roughly the same shipping times.
Well, that is something well, sorry to cut you off, but that is very similar to, okay, so the way I drop ship on Amazon with retail arbitrage, it wouldn't make sense to fucking drop ship against a product that has Prime, right? So it's not just, I want to kind of hone in a little bit on what you just said, because what Rico said is that, yeah, K-Dub, exactly, motherfucker. We're trying to help you motherfuckers out. So thanks for the big up. Rico said there are some products or there are a decent amount of products on Amazon that aren't in Prime. I want you guys to understand that there are thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of products that are not in Prime. Because my Amazon store currently has about 3,000 products. And all of my products, and I'm just some random motherfucker sitting in fucking Nicaragua selling on Amazon in the States, right? So I'm nobody. But all my products don't have Prime competition. And this is just my bullshit. So does the product research tool tell you if an item is FBA or FBM?
Yeah, it'll tell you if it's Prime listed. It'll tell you if it's FBM. But the beauty of what we do is you can compete with Prime listings if you have a better value. So when you're doing retail arbitrage, it's kind of difficult to compete with Prime listings. But when you're doing private label dropshipping, you can compete with Prime listings. Like there's a lot of Prime sellers in a lot of the products that we sell, but because we provide better value and a better offer, people buy from us like clockwork.
Yep.
What does that mean? What do you mean a better value? What do you mean by better value? I know what you mean, but I'm just trying to get details for the fucking cunts watching the video who did not do the course. So guys, in the description, there's a link to these guys' YouTube channel, a link to the Facebook group, a link to their free course, and a link to their paid course. The value of the paid course is not just the 10 hours or 10 plus hours of dropshipping information, but these two crazy motherfuckers answer all your fucking questions. So anyway, what did I ask you again? Sorry. What was the question? I forgot my own question.
Yeah, I forgot now.
What were we talking about? The value. How do you add value or the different offer? What is it? What does that mean?
All right. So when we talk about adding value, we mean adding, more to that product. So you'll see a lot of, Amazon sellers, they'll be doing like 2-for-1s or they'll be, you know, offering like, hey, you know, you can get half off here or something like that. You know, so we come in and we try to beat those offers. We're like, hey, look, you know, if let's say we're doing like back to school, right? So we'll do like a backpack and maybe, you know, like a pencil case or something along those lines that coordinate with each other. And
I mean, one example of that is, guys, we did a video previously, like a week ago, where you guys gave them something they could drop ship.
Yeah.
So first of all, Ecom Joe, we'll answer the question in a second because I want to get back to one of Kevin's questions that is very important. I'm actually saving it, so we'll go through the questions. But we did a video previously where these guys gave you fuckers 2 items that you can drop ship right away. And that's a perfect example. Now that I remember it, it was a backpack and the fucking rope or something, right?
Yep, and 550 cord.
So you say that you could, what was it? What cord?
It's called 550 cord. So I was in the military, but that's what we call it. It's 550 cord.
Okay, sorry. I'm a simple motherfucker. a piece of rope. So, so you could bundle the 550 cord and the backpack together, I'm guessing, to give a new product. And I guess with the price, you may be able to sell this bundle for what? The same price, for less? Do you bother to compete on price?
It depends on the competition. So that Dan is a wizard when it comes to, you know, the pricing and keeping our PPC strong and competing, you know, with those guys. Like my job is to find it and sell it. His job is to make sure that we make money.
And keep selling.
You know, he'll look and say like, all right, well, these people are selling for $34.99, but they're not providing any value. So let's undercut them, provide value, and take all their sales and eventually run their ranking so low that they don't even pop up. And then we can start raising the price.
That's it. Oh, okay, motherfuckers. That's kind of similar to my sniper method in eBay. I'm just saying. So any of you guys, what's that?
I couldn't said it better myself, Rico.
So guys, those of you guys, you know, I'm the eBay dropshipping god that lives in Nicaragua. But those of you guys, one of the cool things about this whole dropshipping on Amazon, if you're guys who lost an eBay account, lost a PayPal account, Amazon dropshipping is one huge way you could get in the e-commerce game. And because Amazon has, I'm going to do some research on how much traffic Amazon gets compared to eBay, because it is loads more. It is loads more. But anyway, and then, so guys, we answered the question, what's the biggest challenge with drop shipping? And one simple cunt disliked my fucking video. If you are a guy, I hope your dick falls the fuck off. Yeah, and if you're a girl, be careful who you're fucking without rubbers. Yeah. So we answered the question. The product research is the hardest deal with.
Yeah.
Drop shipping on Amazon. What is it? Is it similar? Is it a similar challenge with Amazon FBA?
It is, you know, so there's also the issue of shipping times with drop shipping. Okay. So if you have a terrible supplier, your shipping times are they're going to tank, and then your metrics are going to tank. You know, that's a big problem. You know, but product research seems to be the issue that all new sellers, whether you're FBA or drop shipping, private label drop shipping, it seems to be the barrier that a lot of people can't get past, which is why we have so many products that we literally give our students so they can start selling day one. Because if not, they'll spend a week or two just trying to find one single product. Now, granted, that's way faster than typical FBA sellers. Like most FBA sellers take anywhere from 3 to 6 months to find a product. Our students take, you know, when they get in the course, they could literally take 30 minutes, find the products, and then be like, all right, I'm ready to go.
Yep.
So what you guys game plan with the courses, as they come in, you give them stuff that they could sell immediately, and then they could do their own research to build out their brand or whatever the case is?
That's the goal, is to show them like, hey, here's all these products that we sell, that we have sold, or that we know will sell. And that way it gives them an idea of when they start doing their own product research, like, oh, I remember, you know, Rico and Dan said, hey, here's this product. You know, I'll start checking products that are kind of similar to that. And it just helps them out overall, as opposed to them sitting there like, I don't even know what to sell. And they're taking weeks and weeks and weeks and not selling at all. You know, it does nobody any good.
Okay. Kevin. Okay, so 4 cunts are gonna get herpes. I think these motherfuckers just like fucking with me by disliking my shit to see me react.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I need to stop fucking reacting. So Kevin asked a question that I think, you see what I mean? Someone just took their dislike off and liked my shit. Guys, I'm tired. I had to take care of my 1-month-old son last night. Although I seem like I have a lot of energy because I'm fucking psycho, I have to react to you motherfuckers, but I don't want to. So just stop fucking with me. So there's a question, I think, Dan. So Kevin asked, I have a drop shipped product from AliExpress, but it isn't ranked worth a fuck. So I guess he's saying it isn't ranked. How do I get it up in rankings? Do I buy well, he didn't put do I buy my own product to generate sales? I kind of know the answer to this, but because I just happen to be really smart and I took you guys' course. But what?
Dan, tell me, man.
Yeah, so generic items and products, you can. Normally with our method, you're finding either products that are commonly listed or not so commonly listed. I mean, you want to get like stuff that's not name branded that you can name brand for yourself. You can, and we do this a lot. Like Rico was talking about toys and games. We go through a US-based distributor to get our authentic toys and authentic games. That's the big key, authentic. Anytime that you sell something that a collector could potentially buy, you want to make sure that you're authentic. Otherwise, goodbye Amazon store. So you can do it if you've got a reliable supplier that'll get you, really cheap Samsung TVs for whatever reason, and they're authentic. By all means, sell them. You can't list.
I know a dude in South Florida that could get you some really authentic Samsung TVs. I don't know if he'll drop ship them.
My man in New York.
Our 18-wheeler seems to keep crashing close to his house.
By accident. But yeah, I mean, the biggest key to remember is if if you have a reliable means of gaining, a distribution channel, you can drop ship major retail brand items, but you can't do it for major retail stores. You can do it through distributors, authorized distributors. You have to be an authorized wholesaler. But normally we stick to stuff that isn't in violation of a potential copyright or trademark, or we usually ask express permission first. And then stuff that's commonly sold, we'll sell stuff that won't even show up, isn't on Amazon today. We'll look for key products that aren't on Amazon today.
You can find things that's not on Amazon?
Oh yeah, big time, man. Rico, you can fill them. And we found a bunch of products and we made an absolute killing off of those.
So much money.
Wait, you could this is the problem. I don't really buy shit. Like I have like 100 Grand Camp t-shirts and a tablet. Like so that's my challenge with I just go by the numbers. So that's interesting. I wouldn't even guess that. So what would make your product not rank?
If you got a bad product. Like realistically, if you're so first things first. You have since you're private label drop shipping, you're not
I could do business with you, Rico. You have tattoos on your fingers, but go ahead. Sorry.
So you're not going to be able to get the buy box right off the bat as a brand new seller doing private label drop shipping. So your listings have to be awesome. Your listings have to be completely optimized. You have to have proper search terms. So that means you have to do keyword research. You have to make sure your listing is structured properly from the pictures to your title to your bullet points to your product description.
Yeah, Amazon has it all this fucking
and all of your back end stuff. So, we're both engineers, so we know a lot about SEO and how the web works. You guys need to start getting on that train because we'll see tons of listings up and they will be really good products, but they sell like trash because these people don't have their listings optimized.
They're not optimized. Yep.
And then, there was something else I was going to ask you. This is what happens when I get the fuck.
Oh, how would you get the ranking up?
Yeah, well, that's not. But how would you? Would you run pay-per-click ads? Would you?
Well, once you get the buy box, yes.
No, that's it. Perfect. Buy box. So, as a brand new drop shipper, can you put up a product that with a unique UPC to get the buy box immediately?
No. Dan, tell them.
The only real way that you can do that, and even then it's kind of iffy, is if you've been an existing seller. Let's say, for instance, you started out as an FBA seller, you gained the buy box, you've been with Amazon for more than 90 days. Potentially, and it's not always, depending on what you're listing, not popular of a listing, if it is, you could potentially, get the buy box right away for your drop shipping items. Normally for products like we saw, like if we're listing something that other people are listing, we would get the buy box immediately. But if we're listing something like, Mark, we were talking about, like brand new products that have not previously existed on Amazon before, we found that we didn't, we had to wait. So the biggest key, and like what we usually preach, the reason why we feel that our method of running e-commerce, running an Amazon store is better, is because you can season your listing organically before you switch over to paid traffic. You want that because a lot of sellers will see, especially when you're creating a brand new private label FBA listing right off the bat, is that if you're going to get the buy box, and if you do, you can overinflate your product to get the sales rank up, and then eventually it could tank depending on competition. It's an overinflated sales rank, whereas we organically grow our products first. That way, when we switch to FBA, it can hold its weight among the best in the industry.
Yeah, and there's buy box. Fuck, I am having so many brain farts today. What the fuck?
It's that tiredness, man.
What the fuck was I going to ask you, motherfuckers?
Khaled, there's a lot that we could recommend, but bro, there's so many moving parts. Like,
oh wait, this is it. Sorry. So this is a question that I get all the time, and Preston mentioned this to me today. Do you guys? I know the answer to the fucking question, but do you guys have one Amazon selling account?
No. So we have 3 Amazon accounts. So we have our geek niche, toys and games, geek related stuff, pets, and babies. So the reason we have those are because they're some of the 3 highest ranking niches on Amazon. People love their pets. People love their kids. I have this cat from my ex that I don't even like, but the cat's here. Is not, yeah. And then I have kids. Obviously love my kids. So
why do the kids like the cat?
Yeah.
Oh, that's why the cat is there.
That's why the cat's still here. yeah, that's besides the point. So for people that know our story initially, we were like, I'm a parent, right? So when my daughter was first born, she's a year and a half now. I was going and buying these little baby moccasins, right? These baby moccasins on sale are around $40 a pair. I was buying like 2 pair a week, and they're normally $60 or $70 per pair when they're not on sale. So imagine spending $120, $140 every week because you're like, oh, I want her to have something cute. Well, I ended up going to our supplier. So we started, selling on Amazon, and I'm like, I wonder if I can get these things, cheaper than this. So we go to our supplier. We're like, yo, my man, you see these things? Here's a picture. You got to hook us up with this. Like, I can't be spending $60 all the time. I was like, if I'm spending this much money, other people are spending this much money. So we were getting these things that looked identical to the ones I was buying, like $3 a pair, and selling them for almost 30.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna start. I just had a fucking baby. Well, not me. Fucking baby. But I'm gonna start drop shipping some baby products. I think that's what I'm gonna fuck with. So where I was going with this thing, so you guys have 3 accounts. I'm guessing it's like with 3 different corporations or some kind of shit, right? Yeah. Could you just randomly open 3 accounts as 1? And 2, do you cover how to open multiple accounts in the course though?
All right. So you have to be selling on Amazon and be in good standing, and you have to ask. And in order to have, more than 1 account, you have to have a separate bank account, a separate email, pretty much a whole separate, entity. Like that's why we recommend having
of how to do. If you don't cover that in the course, you need to add that shit.
All right. So we cover the LLC part. So we cover doing that. Now we'll probably have to add in there like how to open up a secondary account, because every now and then people will ask, but it's more of an advanced step. It's after you've been selling for a little while, after you've learned, what to do, because the average person, they can't just come on and be like, all right, I want a second store. Amazon's going to look at you and be like, no, we're not going to give you a second store because, bro, you're only doing like $500 a month. Why would we give you?
I'm guessing if the guys in group ask how to do it, you could just tell them. Because
we tell them, but none of our students have opened a second store yet because they realize like how much work it is to have these separate stores. Like people think that it's super easy, and I'm like, look, you guys are starting from scratch again. You're doing the same. I mean, it's easier, you know, now that you know the method, but it takes time, and then you're doing all this extra work. Like instead of doing all the work for one, now you're doing it for two. And if you're just one person, you know, that's you know, instead of spending 1 to 2 hours a day, now you're spending, you know, 2 to 4 hours a day.
Well, that and good luck running, you know, a secondary business. You know, Amazon requires a second business in general, not even just a DBA, doing business as it's called in the United States, because they need a separate bank account. They need everything to be completely separate. Yep. And running one business is very, very difficult. Running 2 or 3 requires a significant amount of help.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So guys, I don't know if you want to start going through these questions directly. So African, I started, like, I saved it so I can slowly go down. So, okay, Kevin asked, first, K-Dub, you fucking right. There should be 0 fucking dislikes. And big up to Jason Rodriguez. I had a call on him today. So Kevin asked, do you register as a brand off the rip? Because I locked into it, and they said I had to have a trademark registered first.
You have to be trademarked. Like Amazon, you have to apply for a trademark. And if you're in the US, they can take up to a year to get a trademark. Dan applied for ours. Luckily, Dan had the foresight to start all this, so we got trademarked while we were selling.
And get me into that nightmare.
Yeah. So when you trademark, there's something beautiful that happens for the future. So you can apply to become a registered brand. And you become a registered brand, they give you a storefront, which is a website within a website, basically. So you get a website within Amazon. You get to style it the way you want. You get to showcase your products. That's where the sales really start rolling in, because now people don't have to go to your profile to see all your products. They just go to that page. They see all your products, and they can just buy.
And I can drop ship your products on eBay. And from Amazon.
But if we gave you approval.
Oh, my bad.
So and the beauty is because you can sell it. People want registered brands. You have a literal registered brand, not some Shopify store that, you know, you're trying to private label. You have a literal registered brand that is recognized by the biggest retailer on the planet. People will pay you handsomely for your store.
So guys, if you guys don't get what the fuck we're talking about, the idea, not the initial thing, but one of the ideas is to build a dropshipping business, move into FBA, build a brand so you're able to sell it, right? Like, remember, you could build a multi-million-dollar business, sell it, and buy an island and come live next to my private island in Nicaragua. All right, so African Dropshipper asks, so do you involve in sending products to customers or third party? I don't. African Dropshipper, your English is not the best, and my English is horrible, but.
Well, Dan, tell them about.
What's the process of delivering the items, I guess?
Yes, we deal primarily with customers. So you got to think that everybody that buys something from you is a customer. So if you have a product listed on Amazon, somebody clicks buy, they purchase it, you take their money, you send the product to them, and then at the end of the day, after, you know, X number of days, Amazon releases the money to you. The people that buy the stuff from you are customers during that entire period of time, and then even afterwards. So we deal primarily with people buying our stuff off the store. So what happens is, at least in our world, is we'll go to our supplier or manufacturer distributor after the order is placed, place the order with them. They fulfill the order. We have it shipped directly to the customer. So we're essentially that facilitation perspective. We're the middleman.
So check this out, right? So I don't know why. So I never thought about this before, just because of how I dropship for the long time. So I've been dropshipping a long time, retail arbitrage. So like when someone buys from me, I wouldn't message them. I wouldn't like ask for a fucking feedback because I shipped you some shit from a retailer. So I took your fucking money and I went and bought beers or something. And I also bought your product, right? When someone buys from you guys, is there the opportunity to remarket to them? Do you get the email? How is it like, how does, I don't know. Like I never even went down that road because my mere method of how I dropship Like, if you get a Walmart box, you don't want to hear from my black ass after, basically. But is the opportunity to remarket to your previous customers there?
Yeah. I mean, we have repeat customers. So there's two things that you can do. You can use an autoresponder, something like Jump Send, and after a set amount of time when they get your product, maybe 2-3 weeks later, because typically people are going to leave reviews and be happy, they're going to leave them right then and there. So you can retarget them later. Send an email out like, hey, we would love.
So I'm sorry. So Amazon shares the email of the customers with you?
Oh yeah, we have all their email address.
Literally everything.
Yeah, true. Because I never even bothered to look at, like, I'm just one, I'm prostituting for these guys, and two, you could I'm a cunt. So guys, I don't only call you guys a cunt. When I have a brain fart, I'm a cunt also. Or a testicle. Testicles are weaker than vagina. That's a whole other story. Oh shit. Yeah. Okay.
You could retarget them, and you can ask them for feedback, and they'll give you a review and things like that. But typically, we try to avoid that. So usually our customers, ahead of time, they'll hit us up during the shipping process, and they're like, hey, what's going on? Just want to know where my free item is or whatever. And then, we'll get back to them like, hey, thank you for being a customer. This is what's going on. Or if it's taking a little longer than usual, we'll reach out to them and say, hey, look, this is, our bad, blah, blah, blah. We're going to hook you up. We're going to give you something for free. And that type of customer service brings people back. And then you can give them coupon codes for like, hey, you were one of our customers before. Here's 10% off your next purchase, or 15, 20%, whatever.
Yeah, so as you sell a lot, you could sell out like right before Christmas or right before Thanksgiving. You could sell out an email blast, everyone give them a coupon code.
Yep. So you can raise your prices, send out a coupon, so that way you still hit where your target are.
And then the sales, I'm connecting all the dots. Khalid asked, how much would you recommend someone has to get? Basically, how much money you have to sell it?
So it depends. All right, Kyle. So if you're listing a ton of products like we did, then chances are you're going to need a few thousand. Like if you're trying to do 10, 15,000 your first month, you're going to need a couple $1,000s. If you're just trying to do 1,000 or two, you can start with, a few $100s. So you could have anywhere from 300 to 500, make some sales, and kind of scale yourself back. So you can literally take your products down. So if you realize you're running out of money before Amazon pays you, you can drop your listings down, drop your inventory, and that'll keep you from going over and Amazon, jumping on your case and customers getting mad. So you can almost just pull that listing when you're running out of money. So if you got a few $100s, you can literally start with this method and make money.
Yeah, Kevin threw me a bone. Kevin, use condoms. A cracker up. Oh God.
You can't do PPC. Sorry, that sucks.
Oh geez, how to find winning products? Zuhar Zahir or whatever. Motherfucker, the last video we had, they give you guys a product to dropship. They're not gonna just come on here and give you guys exactly what the fuck to sell every week. Buy the fucking courses in the description, or go to the last video I did with these guys. Find the same backpack and fucking rope or 550 cord or whatever you like military guys call it, and sell the same shit and stop asking for a fucking handout, dude. Like, let me say something. And I don't address this a lot, right? Business and entrepreneurship is a fucking competition, right? I like competition. So I come on here and give you guys all the information possible, and I still beat your cunt when it comes to selling on eBay, right? These guys come on here and give you guys a ton of information, and the content that they sell for whatever, 500, 600 bucks or 3 payments or whatever, could make you thousands, if not hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars, right? So, fuck. Like, if you want to get into business or you want to claim to be an entrepreneur, you have to sacrifice. You have to put in the work. You have to educate yourself. The only reason I host, if you guys notice, if you follow my channel, I try to host the same people all the time, because I try to vet these guys, all the people I have on my channel, before I introduce you guys to them. Because for a lot of years, I've been trying to make money online. I have spent thousands of dollars buying a lot of fucking bullshit on the internet. And I don't want to be one of those fucking cunts like Ty Lopez selling you guys bullshit as well. So I try really hard. Like, you guys who follow me know this story with another YouTuber who tried to get me to make a course with him. And I told him to fuck off. So anyway, sorry.
Yeah. Azonto, yeah, dropping your listing and relisting can be bad, but that's what happens when you go FBA, by the way. So what people don't realize is when you switch over from doing your drop shipping listing and you turn that listing to FBA, the listing drops off because you basically have no more inventory. Remember that too. You will get penalized to a certain extent. But if you had that natural traffic and your ranking is already high, it's not going to take you back down to 0. Plus, if you have PPC going, you have nothing to worry about. So only bad sellers worry about that type of crap.
Let me interrupt. So, a Mobler, if I will show you this right here, that way you can see it. Drop shipping policy for Amazon via Seller Central. Be the seller of record. Identify yourself as the seller of the products. Be responsible for accepting and processing the returns. Comply with all other terms of your seller agreement. Drop shipping is not against Amazon TOS.
Yeah, like
plain and simple.
I don't know why people say that all the time. Like, I just want to slap those people in the teeth. It's like drop shipping is against terms of service. No, retail arbitrage is against terms of service. Third-party fulfillment is not against.
If you fulfill your own products and you label it as yourself, you are not in violation of Amazon TOS.
So, and Immobilia, or whatever the fucking name is, if you follow Ty Lopez, please unsubscribe to my channel. Like, please. I do not, like, for fuck's sake. I love the internet. I love the internet. I got rich off the internet. But the one sad thing about the internet is that it's not like you can just throw any piece of shit on the internet and pretty it up and spray it in gold, and then you buy it, and then you realize it's a piece of shit. And Ty Lopez sells shit sprayed in gold paint. So fucking unsubscribe to my shit. Fuck. Anyway.
Let's see. You sell a stealth account? All right. So
why would you? So go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. So a Mobler, what happened to you is you probably did something that you weren't supposed to, and that's why they banned you from selling FBM. So in your case, we don't recommend this, by the way. You know, I'm just telling you what you could do. I'm not telling you what you should do.
Yeah.
This is all on you. Now, you could open up an account in someone else's name under a different address and use a VPN so that way you can log in and not have to worry about it and blah, 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 blah. You'll be just fine on that front, up until Amazon figures out that you're screwing up again. So that's how you get around for that. Of course, they were banning you for late shipment because you didn't find good suppliers, bro. Like, that's the problem. Like so I'm gonna tell you first and foremost, like, we've had more people come to us with the issue that you're having because they're like, oh, I want to go and I'm going to start drop shipping. I'm not going to listen to you guys. I'm not going to get you to mentor me and tell me exactly what I need to do. So they go try all these things, right? And then they come to us and they're like, oh, your method doesn't work because you're banned, because I got banned. I'm like, no, our method works just fine. You got banned because you didn't know all the steps and you assumed that you could piece them all together. All right.
That is just like all you fucking cunts that want to tell me eBay dropshipping is dead. No, motherfucker, your eBay dropshipping business is dead. I'm rich.
Your business is dead. Now, Azonto, that's not 100% true either. So we could literally start selling from AliExpress today. We could start a brand new store selling stuff from AliExpress and still be good to go because we know exactly what we're doing. People that start trying to sell from AliExpress have no idea what they're doing, and that's why they get banned. We could literally take any one of you. We could take actually all of you in here. You guys could all get products that we have in the course. You guys could all source them from AliExpress, and every single one of you guys will make money and be in the clear.
The biggest key that you need to remember when you perform this method, and granted, there's a lot of things that you really need to remember, but your metrics are your baby. If you don't take care of your customer, if you ship stuff late, if your supplier ships stuff late, if you don't care for your listing, there's a lot of things that Amazon frowns upon. And understanding how to do things the right way is what we teach. That's the most important aspect, is taking care of your metrics, regardless if you buy the course or not. Even if you're just doing FBA, FBA is a little bit safer because Amazon fronts a lot of their name even more so to protect your ass. At the end of the day, that's what it is. When you're private label drop shipping, it's all you. You need to make sure that you take care of your customer, and you have to take care of every single one of those metrics. Otherwise, it doesn't matter if you're private label drop shipping, retail arbitrage, FBA, it doesn't matter what you do, you're going to get shut down.
And I want to address something about the AliExpress thing.
Like you don't need a U.S. supplier. Like we have U.S. suppliers and we have Chinese suppliers. That's completely wrong. Like you do not.
But this dude said, how can a non-U.S. seller fulfill orders? Motherfucker, if you're not in the U.S., first of all, Jesus, this is I don't want to answer that question.
All right.
You could get it. So, okay, so Ty Lopez is a great marketer. I agree with you. Big up to Ty Lopez. Kill yourself if you bought a shit. The AliExpress thing. I want to kind of talk about this AliExpress thing in a second for a minute. So I've made videos saying before the drop shipping from AliExpress to eBay is stupid as fuck.
Yeah, terrible.
And let me explain why it's stupid as fuck. So Dan just talked about the fact that you want to worry about your metrics. Rico just mentioned you want to make sure and get good suppliers. Dan talked about you want to get good customer service. Now, the reason why taking time to research good sellers, to do customer service works on Amazon and not on eBay is because the amount of traffic you get on Amazon, you could get a group of solid products and solid suppliers and sell hundreds of thousands of dollars a year and not have a problem. When you drop ship it on eBay, Dan, I think you joined.
Yeah, I dropped. Yeah, and then I came back.
when you drop ship it on eBay, it's a lot less traffic. So you have to list more. The time you take to research suppliers is not as valuable on eBay as it is on Amazon because you don't have that much traffic going to those same listings. So let's say you have 60 products on eBay and 60 products on Amazon, and it took you 10, or let's say it took you 100 hours to, not 100, but let's say 50 hours to research and find good suppliers and all that shit to get those 60 products on eBay. And it takes the same 50 hours or whatever to get those 60 products and good suppliers on Amazon. You'll make a boatload more money on Amazon if it's the same thing than eBay. So the sacrifice of the time to do the research and do good customer service and get good suppliers does not work with eBay. And I'm telling you from selling on eBay for 6 motherfucking years. So unless eBay does some magic and spends a couple $2 billion to get the type of traffic that Amazon gets, it's not the same. And I only went into that because a ton of fucking people, I got like at least 20 questions, either on comments on my fucking Instagram. I'm so pissed. I'm going to continue answering questions on Instagram just to help you motherfuckers out. But answering the same dumbass questions is annoying. But I got the same question over and over. Hey, Mark, you said don't use AliExpress and eBay. Why the fuck? So that's your answering your motherfucking question. That's not the first time I answered it on YouTube. Sorry.
Yeah. All right. So do you guys have plans on how to handle Ali? Yes. So for anyone who's drop shipping from AliExpress, like we help all of our students out with that because Lunar New Year is pretty much all of February, at least 2 to 3 weeks. Now, you can mitigate that. There are ways to mitigate it, by finding different suppliers or following some of the tips that we go over. And we prefer some of the tips that we go over in, with our students, like, hey, look, these holidays are coming up. You're going to need to do this in order to stay relevant. Now, what those are, that's, for our students, because obviously they paid us to help them out. Like you guys, sorry, we can't tell you all that good stuff. Drop shipping from AliExpress doesn't work like it did back in 2016. Actually, it does. It just doesn't work the way Shopify doesn't work the way it used to back in 2016. I've been selling on Shopify for a very, very long time. Shopify does not work. Shopify drop shipping is not the same as it used to be. You could use this method on Amazon and still make a killing. You just have to know what you're doing.
So wait, who the fuck? Where is that about? So that thing about drop shipping from AliExpress is not the same as 2016. Are you the same since 2016? Like, people make these broad comments about business like it's supposed to stay the same. the whole idea of entrepreneurship and business is to change with the times, learn what the fuck you need to learn to keep making money, and plan for the fucking future. This idea of the internet and people like Dan and Rico being the fucking, like, going up, making the mistakes, learning and coming in. So I'm building a platform called Grind Academy. The whole purpose of Grind Academy is to find people who have gone out, tested these methods, won or failed. No, failed first, because you have to fail a lot to learn, and found success, and then come around and give guys honest training on how to fucking be successful and not fail as well, right? So this idea that a lot of things has changed since 2016, no shit. And that's why you want up-to-date fucking education. So I just like to outline these things, because a lot of people use these things, like a lot of things have changed since 2016, and that is an excuse for you to fail. And I'm not saying that to be mean or anything, but a lot of people use these kind of like big words to sound smart or whatever, and not go through and go into the details. No shit, a lot of shit has changed in 2016, but a lot of shit has gotten better. Amazon has a lot more traffic. Amazon has a lot more buyers. So like AliExpress ships a lot faster. AliExpress has more products. Is there more competition on Amazon? No shit. Is there more buyers and more people at Amazon Prime? No shit. So we could sit here and go back and forth about all the negative things that changed in 2016, but we could also go through about all the positive things that changed since 2016. So guys, you guys might think I'm rambling or wasting time, but one thing I don't like, you guys can have your opinions. I mean, it's a free country, but what I try on my channel is that when someone shares something that another person could potentially hold on to and run with and make up that and keep that excuse in their head for not being successful. Hey, I can't make money on Amazon because 2016 was where the money was at. Nigga, you need to go get a job. And if you think because things have changed and there's more competition and you can't see the more value in things that other people can't, like what the fuck? Because I live in Nicaragua, right? Nicaragua burned to fuck. Like Nicaragua had a revolution and all the tourists left, right? You know what? Why I'm staying? Because I can get a SL 500 Mercedes now that Nicaragua is safe again, and used in the US is $56,000 for $11,500. So you can look at any situation and focus on all the negatives and focus on the changes and focus on it's hard and all this bullshit. And that's why my black ass will always be rich, because the internet has made people fucking lazy as fuck. And now we have people like Rico, Dan, and myself taking our time to come and give quality information out there. So again, it might seem like I'm beefing, I'm rambling and cursing, but I desperately want you guys, especially the guy who made that comment, I think it was Khaled, to hold on to that and understand that part of entrepreneurship is changing, and part of entrepreneurship is being educated in 2018 and not in 2016. A lot of these marketers on the internet, like there's this dude, some cunt who used to sell an eBay dropshipping course, and he has a G-Wagon and he's still selling the course, right? These guys would sell you a course and not come in the group and communicate, and not come in the group and help you guys out, and not come in the groups and change what you're doing, because the information they're selling is still from fucking 2016. I try really hard to make sure that the information I give you guys is up to date. The guys that come on the channel to teach you motherfuckers is up to date. So again, I'm sorry for taking the time to ramble, but a lot of these small statements that you guys make are very like detrimental to believe, because I used to be that person that when I keep fucking trying and failing, a lot of these small statements justify in my head, well, I didn't make money, but that's because it's not 2005. Like every year there are rich motherfuckers. Every year they're making millions and millions of dollars. And in e-commerce, every year there are more and more people shopping online. So guys, try to keep your negative, like actually shoot the negativity and I will shoot it down with logic. because I hope that a lot of you guys could see past my cursing and my madness and understand that I sincerely want you guys to understand the opportunity we have in 2018, the opportunity we have in e-commerce, and certain things that you need to change in your head that would not keep you like, oh, like, dude, I'm a dude from a fucking island that went to the US in 2001 with $100, and I have tattoos on my fucking fingers, and I made more than $6,000 in 24 hours a couple days ago. I say that not to boast, but I say that to say that all of you motherfuckers watching this video could do the same thing. The reason why I'm real with you guys and I'm not here in a Lamborghini and with a jacket on and trying to sound smart for you motherfuckers and trying to give you guys logic without the fluff is because any of you guys that follow logical process, add value, go into spaces where the customer's looking to buy stuff, swipe the credit card and give you money, can make a fuckload of money. So that's my motivation for the day.
Azonto, okay. Azonto, I hear what you're saying. You're like, oh, you know, drop shipping isn't where it's at. The style that it's called private label drop shipping. You're building a brand through drop shipping. That's what we're trying to get to you guys. Like, it's not just drop shipping. It's not just retail arbitrage or whatever. The whole process, the whole reason that we do this is because we're building a brand. In the meantime, we're testing products. So the same way that someone would test products, you know, on a Shopify store, you know, spending thousands of dollars, you know, running ads, they're running Facebook ads to a website. You don't have to do that with Amazon because there's so much traffic. You're building a brand. You're testing all these products, your products, not someone else's product, your products. These are your listings. These are your products. You're testing them and building a brand. Like, that's how that works.
Guys, you guys are getting to test products and make money while building a brand that you could sell. You understand what the fuck is happening here? You can make money while testing products that you can save that money, buy them in bulk, ship them to Amazon FBA, build a real brand, and sell that bitch for like a couple of years of income. You know what I mean? So like,
I don't mean to interrupt. He had mentioned why not start a Kickstarter. What benefit do you have of starting Kickstarter if you can't guarantee you're asking for outside venture capitalists to come in and fund a venture, fund a product idea, fund something? It's like coming up with an idea and then getting them to fund it so you can then eventually sell it to people. That's totally different than what we do.
Yeah, like I don't understand that.
There are not too many sheep. I like curry sheep. So if there are a lot of sheep, I could eat curry sheep every day.
Yeah. But yeah, man, so like I get it. Like I hear what you're saying, Azonto. So we've been drop shipping on Shopify for years now. So you're right. Back in 2016, life was amazing. Life was fantastic. It was so easy. So easy. You could literally put up a crap site, sell crap products, and make thousands of dollars a month. It doesn't work that way anymore. You know, why not do Kickstarter?
But this is it. Okay, wait. Let me answer that. Right? I'm not saying this is the thing. This is the thing. I could open a pizza restaurant in Nicaragua and spend a lot of money on Facebook ads and make millions of dollars because Facebook ads is super cheap in Nicaragua. Why don't I do that? Because I don't want to. This conversation is with two motherfuckers that make money on Amazon. If you want to learn how to make money on Kickstarter, maybe I'll make a video asking everyone if they make money on Kickstarter. But I just asked these guys to share this information because I make money on eBay and Amazon a certain way, and these guys make money on Amazon.
Yes. Like, okay, so Azonto. All right,
I love challenges. That's why I like the questions. So
ahead, from a logistics standpoint, so you got to think from a logistics standpoint, from a business standpoint, it serves zero purpose on an e-commerce platform, period. Unless you're trying to start some product that's never been sold before, fine. But that's not what you're doing here. Like
Let me use some statistics for you, right? On Kickstarter, you need to have a killer fucking product that you invent that has insane value to make a lot of money. That's the bottom line. You could make a lot of money on Kickstarter, but you have to develop a very unique product with a very unique value add, and then you get all these people to pre-buy a product, and then you make money. Can you make a ton of money on Kickstarter? Yes. Is the probability of making a ton of money on Kickstarter for the average person walking the fucking street with $500 in their bank account? No. So this content and this strategy is given the opportunity for the average motherfucker walking the street who has $500 to use Amazon, which is the 4th most popular website in the United States and the 14th most popular website on earth, to now go take advantage of this traffic, take advantage of the millions of dollars that is spent on branding Amazon, and make money. So that is why
Azonto, if it's that simple, then you do it. Like, if it's really that simple, then you go do it. Because dude, I've been in the e-commerce game a long time, bro. What you're trying to do is not attainable. I'm not even going to tell you it's not. No, I'm not. I'm going to take a different position. I'm not even telling you it's going to work or not. I don't know if it's going to work. I have money in my bank account because of eBay and Amazon. These guys have money in their bank account because of Amazon. So maybe you could make $1 million on Kickstarter. If you do make a ton of money, I will buy a fucking first-class ticket to fly you to Nicaragua, and then we'll take a helicopter to my private island, and we can sit down and talk about the fucking millions of dollars you made on Kickstarter. But right now, we're talking about the money that we can make on Amazon. So Billy Bob, to make multiple accounts, my man, what you're going to need to do is be selling on Amazon. Okay, you have to be selling on Amazon. Your metrics have to be good. Dan covers all of this in the course, like why your metrics need to be the way that they are. Okay. In order to open a second account, you're going to need to have a second business. All right. There's no way around it. Like, you can't just be like, all right, I'm going to open up a second. So you could, and that's not the way you should do it. You need to ask. You need to ask Amazon for permission to be able to open up a second store or a third store or a fourth store. You know, and then you can't be selling the same items between those stores. All right, Billy Bob, let's hear this.
Y'all go through. I'm just looking up. So I was looking up some statistics. So Amazon gets 58.7 million unique visitors a month, and eBay gets 26.
That's
so
why
eBay has a little less than half.
Yeah, Billy Bob, no, you're not going to get banned, my man. So having a second account, you know, under a second business shields you from anything that happens to the first one. You know, so let's say you do this the wrong way. Now, let's say you don't ask permission, you don't set up a second business, you just go off on your own. You're like, all right, I'm going to open up a second store. That first store, if it gets shut down, your second store will get shut down as well, more often than not.
110% correct.
You know, that's why you ask permission, set up a second business, and that business shields itself from anything that happens with this business. They're two separate entities, and Amazon does not take one and then punish the other one because of that one. You know, so that's how you get away from that. But just make sure that you set it up as a separate business. Okay, like you have to have a second, like LLC. You have to have a second business bank account. The business could be the business could be under your name. It's fine. Like, but you have to have an actual business. So you need to have like 2 LLCs.
You guys go answer the questions. I'm just looking at some stuff.
How to get more stores on Amazon? Mobilize. We just went over that. Yeah. We literally just went over that.
Yeah.
Sorry, man, but we just went over that. We actually went over that like 3 times in this video on how to open up.
So wait till we're done and then look at the replay. It'll give me some fucking money. It'll give me like $2 on ads.
Yo, Billy Bob, man, don't trash Azonto, man. Like, you know, he's doing something different. Like,
Azonto is talking about something very specific. We're developing something brand new. Like, let's say, for instance, I had a toaster oven and I love this toaster oven, but I found a way to improve it or create a brand new one that I think I can market. And then finding people to either invest in that product or develop it, that's Kickstarter. And he's 110% correct. But what we deal primarily in is either 110% resale, wholesale, stuff along those lines, or it's essentially resale and wholesale stuff that's either already available but not marketed, or already available and marketed, and then assigning our name to it because it's fair use. There's a ton of different things that you have to remember, but obviously we cover that in the course.
Okay, so guys, I want to give you again. So I'll make a whole PowerPoint presentation on this shit because I'm gonna start doing PowerPoint presentations for my YouTube videos because I feel like you motherfuckers hear me cursing and don't use the statistics and understand certain value that I'm giving to you fuckers. So check the shit out, right? So Amazon has 58 million unique visitors a month. eBay has 26.6 million unique visitors a month. Now, that doesn't say who are buyers or sellers, but it has double the amount of traffic. So the initial thought would be like, hey, I thought you said Amazon has a ton more traffic than eBay. So let me explain why that is. Amazon only has 1 million sellers, 1 million small business sellers, right? 1 million. eBay has 25 million. So you have more buyers on Amazon than you have on eBay, and you have much less sellers on Amazon than you have on eBay. So more those two things, I make a boatload of money on eBay. You could make money on eBay. You could make money tomorrow on eBay. But the clear opportunity with drop shipping on Amazon, private label, is that you could make money and you could build a solid brand that you could sell in the future while making money and not investing thousands and thousands of dollars to start up. You may eventually invest thousands of dollars when you test enough products and you know that you're going to make money. So it's now a safe bet, right?
Yes.
So I think you guys, what I'm going to focus on for the rest of my YouTube live is focusing on studying and bringing statistics and making actual presentations for you guys. Because I think because I curse, you guys think this is a fucking joke. Like our parents did not have this opportunity. Like we see motherfuckers, we live in a world where there are $1 trillion companies. We live in a world where there's one motherfucker with more than $1 billion company. So you motherfuckers who sitting around thinking that there's too much competition and blah, 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 blah. These niggas are raking up while we're at home, just like, blah. So guys, this idea, the internet is very young, right? People's way of buying, there's still retail stores open in the US, right? There's still malls open, which is crazy. We have an insane opportunity here. And that is why you guys could challenge me. I have people in my house that live with me that we talk about this stuff. This is not a game. Like I have a fucking kid. This nigga is going to have to grow up and watch his crazy father on YouTube. And I want to add value for you motherfuckers. So yeah.
Yeah, my kids see me on YouTube and show their friends and stuff. And guys, like what Mark is saying is true. So we've been selling, through various forms of e-commerce for a while. Like, I have a car shop with Dino and we sell, we drop ship from, a major car supplier, and it makes it easier. So
you were in the Shopify game before.
So we were in a Shopify game, a car shop, like we have Amazon stores. Guys, I've been selling a very, very long time. All right. I've seen the trends come. I've seen the trends go. I've seen all these people come into the space who don't know what they're talking about, make a buttload of money teaching you about what they don't know, and then they just leave you guys. That's not the way it should be. Mark has been making money for you. I followed Mark a very long time. This dude has been making money longer than most people have even thought about, you know, getting high-speed internet. He's been making money since before most people had, you know, cable modems. Let's just put it that way. So you guys need to take that into account. Yeah, like a lot of the things that we were teaching you, like, yeah, you know, it may take some time, it may take some effort, but guys, the internet is here to stay. All right. The government didn't make the internet for it just to disappear. This is a tool that is never going anywhere. And you guys literally have the opportunity. Like we are making 5-figure a month sellers every single day in our course, every single day. Like I'm answering emails right now for people who are listing their products, making money. You guys have an opportunity to make so much money. Like you guys just have to go out there and do it.
And guys, remember, I built a big part of my brand is this idea of not selling courses, right? The first time I entertained doing a course, if you guys follow me, was when Jack was down here. So when I realized it was shit, I was like, I'm not doing it. Guys, I take this very seriously, and I would never want to waste any of you guys' time. So it's getting late, so we have to shut down close. But I want Ivy, I've been looking for your ass for so fucking long. You solved the problem. Ivy, send me a message. So Ivy asked if So Ivy asked. So Ivy, watch the video I did with these guys. There's no price tracking software or inventory tracking software because these guys are using suppliers in fucking China.
Yeah.
And thanks, Khaled, for the big up that you like me because I keep up to date. I mean, this is the thing, guys. Entrepreneurship, e-commerce, that's my life, right? I plan to make money forever. I plan to get my own private island. I plan to have millions of dollars to leave for my kid. So I have to be up to date. And I like sharing this shit with you guys because when I was starting in my own entrepreneurship journey, I had no one I could follow and trust. So I tried to be that person that I wanted. If some motherfucker that used to make like a ton of money allowed me to live in their house, I would go live in their fucking house. So that's why I'm doing the same thing for anyone that wants to work together, right? Because like when my second summer, 2002, I had written about 50 letters to the richest dude in Trinidad and called the building of his company at least 100 times. And then I finally got to work for free for that motherfucker for 2 months for the summer. So I just tried to be what I wanted when I was trying to like be an entrepreneur.
There we go. Look. Let's see. Any more questions?
Tamika, I will definitely keep doing what I'm doing. I know a Tamika Roberts, but it's not spelled like that. So I think that's interesting. Guys, I think we've been on this shit for like an hour and a half.
Yeah, it's been a while.
So guys, I think we'll call it.
Ask a couple more questions.
Okay, before you guys answer questions, guys, the two dudes, a link to their channel is in the description, a link to their free course, a link to their paid course. Go check that shit out. I introduce these guys to you guys, and I keep doing videos with them because they have figured out a business model to drop ship on Amazon, test products while drop shipping, to then roll it into an FBA business, and then brand that FBA business to be able to sell it for a couple $1 million if you want to scale to that point, right? So guys, check that shit out. Like I would not go through this whole fucking thing. I could like take a flight to Uruguay where smoking weed is legal and smoke weed and like relax. But I am talking to these guys, showing you guys the shit. So anyway, answer, you guys could
how many, he asked how many, Mobler asked how many products we have. On average, between 3 stores, our 3 stores probably about close to 1,500 a pop. And that's
right, so talking the parent listings though, like when he says 1,500 listings, like it's variations. So like actual parent listings, we probably have maybe 90 to 100 parent listings.
You know, answer questions. Someone just said Mark.
Each product is tied from a child to a parent listing. It's considered an individualized listing, whereas the parent listing is what owns the child listings. If you count every one of those listings, it's about 1,500 a store.
Yeah.
Mobiler, we use VPNs. Queen. I didn't see a question. Please ask it again. Will there ever be another reduction in the price of the course? I feel like a lot more people, including myself, would buy for $397.
Okay, Danny.
I'm happy that you have an opinion about how to market these guys' hard work, and I hope that they take into consideration.
All right, so Danny G, like, look, we do sales here and there to help people get in, but you have to look at it from this perspective. Like, our students can tell you, like, we're available 24/7. Like, we're up to 1, 2 o'clock in the morning answering questions. We have a whole product.
No, fuck this. What is this dude's name? Danny G. Danny G. Buy the fucking course for $397 with the caveat that you never get to message these two often.
Yeah, like, we'll sell it to you for $397, but don't ever ask us. Like, we're both engineers for our day jobs. If in order for people to consult with us, as far as like our actual day jobs, we charge anywhere from $150 to $200 an hour. If you want me to build you an app, I'm charging $200 an hour.
No,
you want me to
sell the course for $397? Just never message him.
So, like, what you're getting, like, not only we give out free iPads every month, dude. We give out free MacBook Pros to our students every quarter. Like, we do all these things because we know we were good at what we do. We know that you're gonna make money with what we're teaching you. So, and
Miss Net, just give you guys a big up. Miss Net said she asks questions every day and she says it's a great course. Big up to the two dudes. Thanks.
We're always here for you.
Queen. I use software to track price changes. You could use DSGNE. If you're too cheap to get DSGNE, you could get DSM Tools. DSM Tools is not that's like reliable, but it is a cheap option. You could use SKU-Grid. I'm just answering your question because, I mean, you're here and I don't want you to ask me to answer the question. But yeah, so you need software to track your price changes if you're going to be selling on eBay from Walmart.
Yeah, all right, so let's go back. How do we rank up on pages for drop shipping items? JSoul, you missed it. So we went through and explained how you need to make sure that your listings are spot on. Like, your title need to be spot on. Your product photography needs to be spot on. You need to make sure that your listings are optimized. Like, your bullet points are fantastic. You have the proper search terms. Like, all of your stuff needs to be on point. Like, you can't just throw up some stuff and expect to sell. Like, it doesn't work that way.
Thanks a lot, Khaled, for the positive comment. Danny G, if you want to buy the fucking course and share it with your friend, let me tell you a secret. Make a fucking Facebook where you don't mind if your friends see the fucking dick pics that you send the girls on fucking Facebook. Buy the motherfucking course and you guys share the Facebook and the fucking group and ask the questions. Like, this is not magic, dude. Like, the fuck? And again, I'm just saying that, like, I'm not saying actually do that. It's not a marketing scheme for sharing Facebook to buy courses. But come on, like, the fuck?
Yeah, so, like, we have an NDA, so, like, yeah.
Like, listen, like, whatever. Like, yeah. Like, a lot of people ask me to do one-on-one coaching, and I would charge like $500 an hour or something, just because, like, Queen, buy DSGNE. Like, I'm not buy DSGNE. Anyway, guys, I think we should call it because I want to do how important is choosing your eBay store name. It is not important. Lance, choosing your eBay store name is not important because eBay is a fucking flea market and people know that they're buying from other people. So even if you name your store Lance the Cool Dan from Kazakhstan, it would be fine because people are okay with buying from other people on eBay.
Yo, Queenie, we have a payment plan for people. Like, you can get in for 3 payments. Like, we don't. It's 3 payments to $247. You get the entire course, guys. Like, you don't just pay part of it and get part of the course. Like, you pay You know what you guys should do?
You guys should break down the course,
entire course from start to finish.
Sell each video for like $55.
Like, guys, we give you everything from start to finish, and we're always answering questions. Like, if you look in the students group, like when you become part of the course, guys, like we answer questions on the daily. Like we're active in our public Facebook group. We're super active in our students Facebook group. Like we are always answering questions. Like I post at least a video a day explaining little things here and there. So if people have questions and I get enough of that same question, I'll go through and be like, hey, look, this is what's going on. And we do a lot of one-on-one. Like me and Dan are always available, guys. Like that's what you're paying for. You're not necessarily paying for the course. Like you're paying for the knowledge of the course, but you're also paying us to basically spoon feed you. Like literally, that's pretty much what we're doing, is spoon feeding you to be successful.
We're always available. I mean, I'll like after Rico goes to bed, after putting the kids to bed, I'll stay on till 3, 4 in the morning to answer there, and he gets up early and carries on. So we're literally almost available 24/7.
Yeah, like
and immobility or whatever. And to answer Lance, let me come back. When I said the eBay name doesn't matter, I was serious, because you have stores like Classic 365, like you have tons of stores on eBay that sell hundreds of thousands of dollars a month. But anyway, guys, I'm fucking tired.
One more thing, Jason, if you're looking at it with our method, essentially you'll list it, you'll get sales, organically rank up. And then once you get to a certain point, if it's selling really well, you can, go ahead and switch to FBA. At that point, you have a natural higher organic sales rank, or you can just continue to drop ship. It really depends on what you want to do. PPC comes in later on once you get the buy box.
If you guys want to answer some more questions, I can leave you guys here for like 5 minutes.
We're done. I just want to get that out of the way.
Kevin, the 3 payments of $197 is no more. It's 3 payments of $247. Like we had to sell for a little while. Like we actually had it much longer because Mark talked us into having it run for much longer than we anticipated. But right now it's 3 payments for $247.
I don't think you guys remember when these guys first came on the channel, the course was $800. You guys have a very short memory. So first I negotiated these motherfuckers to lower it to 500, and now it's still lower than when they first came. So Mark, I have followed you for ages. I'll keep watching.
Wavy, the course is private label drop shipping and FBA, because we're both. Like we sell FBA and private label drop shipping. So you're not just getting a drop shipping course, you're getting an FBA course. Like you're getting everything from start to finish. Like if you wanted to sell FBA from day one, then you can do that. If you want to sell private label drop ship from day one, then you can do that. We literally have our template up there. We have the products and we have our listing template. So you can look at how the template is structured and be like, all right, so this is how my template should look. That template right there for that product did $2,000–3,000 every month like clockwork for that one product. Like, and those are our keywords too. Like the actual keywords that we use, the actual listing, like everything that you would literally need for that particular product. Like,
and I think you motherfuckers should like my video, because there's 63 of you fuckers and only 39 likes. Give me a couple more likes. Again, guys, if you have any, okay, guys, do me a favor. I don't know when I'm going back to Baltimore, but I love Baltimore. Do me a favor. On in the comment section, give me some ideas for the next video I do with these guys. So any questions or any topic that you feel like we didn't cover in detail yet in this video, please go in the comment section. Once, not in the chat, because this chat is not going to be live when I come up. Please go in the comment section, and thanks for the extra likes, guys. Please go in the comment section of this video and give us any extra any topics, any comments, because outside of my angry black man madness that I do for you guys, part of my greatest desire is to give you guys as much quality information as possible, so you don't waste your time. So if there's anything you think that we could cover that we didn't, again, the course has everything you could possibly need. But if there's anything that you think we didn't cover, feel free to put it in the comment section, and we'll look at it for next week's video, because I'll have these guys
on Udemy. All right, so we put the course on Udemy. Guess what? You're not going to ask us a single question.
Don't put the course on Udemy. Why are we even having this conversation?
Yeah, like why? Like you wouldn't be like why? Like,
I actually made a video called "Fuck Udemy," and the reason why I say that is because you could go on Udemy and buy any piece of shit and maybe do like 8 hours, and you're not going to know. The sad thing is you could go on Udemy and buy a course, and you're not going to know if it's valuable until like you spend the 8 hours doing the course, you've spent money trying to sell some shit, and then you lose your money. And then at the end of the day, you can't even convince yourself it was a good course or not, because you might just think that you are the dumbass. Like, you have to understand, like, I take a lot of this thing seriously. I'm building a fucking educational platform called Grind Academy just to be able to vet a lot of these courses first before I could suggest it, because I went through losing time and money on the shit, right? So, cash courses on Udemy is the best dropshipping course out there. Okay, Billy Bob.
Sure. Yeah.
I'm not going to go for that fucking troll shit.
They sold, like, dude, we go over a lot of this for our students, my man. Like, you will get sales, man. Like, our students are getting sales right now, day one. You know, believe me, like, our students are getting sales. Like, you can ask them. Like, you could literally get in there and ask them. Like, Daniel Kong, all these guys.
There's some people who's in the course watching the video right now.
Yeah, like,
so
I think P-Jack, if it's Phil just sent us an email, man. I just answered Phil's email. Like, Phil will tell you, like, we're always there. You know, if you guys feel the course is too expensive, like, you have to look at it from a business standpoint. If you're not willing to invest in mentorship, then you're not willing to do business. Like, plain and simple. That's just what it is.
Listen, guys, let me answer this a bit more directly. If you don't have the money to invest in a course, you may not have the money to sell on Amazon. So that's the first thing. But also, the truth is you can do this stuff by yourself. The value that these guys add, the value that I try to add, is that we've made a lot of mistakes before, and the purpose of getting in, and whether you get a mentor, whether you buy a course, or whether you help someone walk you through the process, is so that you also don't make these mistakes. So I don't really want to go into some sort of back and forth of why you should pay for the course. I'm not here to convince you that you should or should not pay for it. I'm not here to convince you that this is the only way to make money on Amazon. I'm not here to convince you that this is the only way to make money, period. All I'm here to do is try to demonstrate for you guys the value add that you get from either working with you guys or working for myself, and the time and money that would be saved in exchange for some sort of money that these guys charge for the education and time. That's it. So I don't even want to get into this whole like the pricing and why and if. I just
like a mobilizer. End up like a mobilizer and have your account suspended, and then come to us and like, hey, help us out.
I don't really. That's just not. But guys, so have a good one, motherfuckers. Like my motherfucking video. Put all the comments. Put all the additional questions. I'm gonna have these guys next week again. Look in the description one more time for their fucking YouTube channel. Go subscribe to that shit. The Facebook group, there's a free Facebook group. Go join that shit. There's a fucking.
We give out stuff in the Facebook group all the time, by the way. We give out PlayStations and everything. So, guys, like, check our YouTube channel. You'll see all the links for all the free stuff we give out.
All right, guys. I need to go, like, feed my baby.
So,
have a good night, guys. Thanks for your time, Dan and Rico.
Thanks for joining, guys.
Tired, and I'll do another video with you motherfuckers tomorrow. Again, go on the fucking comment section and put any questions you have.
Yep.
Peace.
Later.